Chapter 51. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chiyu and Orochimaru discussed for a long time in the tent. Chiyu also sank into it unconsciously and put forward many opinions. When Chiyu and Orochimaru finished the discussion, it was already late at night. Orochimaru decided to implement the tentative plan to surprise attack Yuin village tomorrow night. After the discussion, Orochimaru said to Chiyu, "Chiyu, you are wrong about one thing." During the discussion with Orochimaru, Chiyu learned a lot. There are many loopholes in the plan proposed by Chiyu. Orochimaru came up with ways to solve these loopholes that may cause the operation to fail, so Chiyu thought it was normal to hear Orochimaru say that he was wrong about one thing. Since Orochimaru brought it up, he should have thought of a solution. Shinyu agreed. The method I proposed is indeed not very rigorous in many places. Teacher Orochimaru, what is wrong? Orochimaru shook his head and said with a smile, I'm not talking about the action plan. The current action plan is the best we can do in my opinion. Shinyu asked in confusion, it's not the action plan's fault. What is the fault? Orochimaru said seriously, you said before that I was the only one who came to reinforce Konoha. This is wrong. In addition to me, Konoha also has you. Your judgment of the situation really surprised me. As a leader, strength is not the criterion for measurement. The criterion for judgment is the overall situation and the judgment of the situation. You have great potential as a leader. In my opinion, this war will become your springboard. You will become an extremely important figure in this war and become famous in the ninja world. Shinyu is no longer pretending, and also said with a smile, if you can become famous, it would be great. Orochimaru and Shinyu now have a tacit understanding, and they both know it. Shinyu can become famous in this war, so it will naturally enter the core circle of Konoha. And Orochimaru also needs a companion to enter the inner circle to help him cover up certain things. Chiyu left the tent and planned to take a rest. After traveling for so many days, Chiyu discussed the plan with Orochimaru as soon as he arrived here. Chiyu now felt a little tired, not to mention that he had to raid Yuin village tomorrow night. The tent for Chiyu to rest had been arranged. When heading to his tent, Chiyu's eyes narrowed slightly. In front of him stood Minato Namikaze. It seemed that Minato Namikaze was waiting for him. Chiyu didn't understand why Minato Namikaze was waiting for him. It seemed that there was nothing to talk about between them. Namikaze Minato walked up to Chiyu with a sunny smile on his face, and said to Chiyu, Chiyu, I didn't say hello to you just now, and we haven't seen each other for a long time. Chiyu raised his eyebrows and asked, what's the point of us meeting or not? Namikaze Minato choked, but his smile never disappeared. We are companions from the same village, and we are also rivals in the ninja school. I have always regarded you as a friend. Chiyu also raised a smile at the corner of his mouth, and said bluntly, I have no friends, on the contrary, I hate you very much. Hearing Chiyu bluntly saying that he hated him, the smile on Namikaze Minato's face disappeared, and he asked in confusion, why do you hate me? Is it because of the incident in the ninja school? But so many years have passed, right? Chiyu sneered, should I have forgotten it after so many years? I am a vengeful person. I have calculated all the accounts. I will repay those that can be repaid on the spot, and I will find a chance to repay those that cannot be repaid later. Namikaze Minato stared at Chiyu and asked, is it because of Kushina? Those two people back then have also been hurt when it comes to punishment. Why do you keep harping on it, Shinyu? After all, we are from the same village. Even if we are not friends, we should be companions. Shinyu said sarcastically, Minato Namikaze, you are really generous, but you are also right. You are so popular and can be friends with everyone. For a marginal figure like me, I must feel unreasonable for harping on the small contradictions that you think are in your eyes, right? Minato Namikaze frowned and said, I didn't say that, nor did I think so. Shinyu sneered, Minato Namikaze, you are a hypocrite in my eyes. Maybe you must be refutation in your heart, thinking that I have a problem with you, so I will belittle you as a hypocrite, but what you do is completely no different from a hypocrite. Minato Namikaze frowned even more. What did I do to make you look at me like this? Shinyu replied, let's not talk about the past, let's talk about now. You just opposed my plan because this plan may cause many casualties, right? Minato Namikaze nodded silently, indicating that Chinyu was not wrong. Chiyu spread his hands. That's good, this is the proof that you are a hypocrite. Namikaze Minato was very confused by Chiyu's answer. How did this become the proof that I am a hypocrite? Chiyu shook his head helplessly and said, I don't know whether you really don't understand or are pretending not to understand. Before Orochimaru and I came, the situation in Hot Spring Country was already very bad. If it continues like this, more and more people will be sacrificed. As long as the plan succeeds this time, the Cloud Ninja will no longer act rashly, and we will no longer be so passive, and the number of sacrifices will only decrease, and if we don't seek change and find ways to advance the front, not to mention the people who sacrificed here, once the full-scale war begins. After the Cloud Ninja breaks through the border of the Fire Country and completely enters the Fire Country, how many people do you think will die? You can do the most basic arithmetic, right? Compared with the casualties here, you should know which is more important than the people in the Fire Country. Namikaze Minato said seriously, Chiyu, they are people, not numbers. Chiyu looked at Namikaze Minato and laughed, laughing louder and louder, and finally just covered his stomach and laughed. Chinyu laughed so hard that she was out of breath. Namikaze Minato, I apologize to you, you are not a hypocrite, you are really kind. Namikaze Minato remained silent, but his unhappy expression revealed his dissatisfaction. After Chinyu laughed enough, he said, Namikaze Minato, I know you don't like me either, we two don't like each other, so don't pretend. You just want to get in touch with me because you may fight with me in the future. Well, that's it, I don't want to say anything more to you, I have to go to rest. Chinyu passed by Namikaze Minato and went straight to his tent. Chapter 52. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After Chiyu left, Minato Namikaze stood there for a long time. He thought a lot, but his mind was in a mess, and he just couldn't understand Chiyu. Minato. Jiraiya appeared in front of Minato Namikaze. He heard all the conversation between Minato Namikaze and Chiba. Minato Namikaze asked in a daze, Teacher Jiraiya, am I wrong? But I don't think I am wrong, those are our companions, I hope my companions can live, and I have never been soft-hearted to my enemies. Jiraiya put his hand on Minato Namikaze's shoulder and counseled, Minato, you are not wrong, and Chiba is not wrong, but this is war, there will always be sacrifices in war, there is no way to have the best of both worlds. Chiba is very similar to Orochimaru, both of them are very rational, they will make plans based on the most favorable situation at the moment, they will not be emotional. As long as the benefits outweigh the losses, they will not care about the losses, and you and I are very similar. You are unwilling to abandon your companions until the last moment and hope that your companions can live well, but, this is the battlefield. You have been here for so long. Minato should be used to it. There is no war without sacrifice. We can only hide our feelings temporarily and act rationally, we are all for Konoha, but Minato, you don't need to question yourself. You are better than Chiba, and the excellence I am talking about is not excellence in strength. Namikaze Minato looked up at Jiraiya, not understanding what Jiraiya said that he was better than Chiba. Jiraiya smiled and said, Minato, you inherited the will of fire, which is a selfless spirit. You care about Konoha and regard all the people in Konoha as your companions. You want to protect the compatriots in the village and think that everyone in the village is a family. And Chiba, like Orochimaru, has an indifferent temperament, some extreme behavior, and is a loner, and can't get along with anyone. People like Chiba can be used as the general in shogi, and people like you are more suitable to be the dama, who leads the general in shogi. In other words, you have the qualifications to become a Hokage. Namikaze Minato was stunned for a moment. He didn't expect Jiraiya to say that he had the qualifications to become Hokage. Namikaze Minato said embarrassedly, Teacher Jiraiya, I'm still far away. Jiraiya laughed heartily a few times. Of course you are still far away now, so you have to work harder and work hard to become a dama, who can command the general. Jiraiya suddenly put his head close to Namikaze Minato and whispered, Don't you want to pursue speed? I helped you apply for a ninjutsu from the old man and let you learn one of the ninjutsu in the Konoha treasure sealed book. It is a time-space ninjutsu created by the second-generation Hokage, called the Flying Thunder God technique. As long as you learn the Flying Thunder God technique, you will be the fastest man in the ninja world. Namikaze Minato was very moved, Teacher Jiraiya. Jiraiya patted Minato Namikaze's shoulder and said with a smile, I am your master. Okay, go and have a good rest. We still have to fight a tough battle tomorrow night. If we want to reduce the sacrifice, we have to work harder to help our companions relieve the pressure. The next day, all the ninjas in the Kingdom of Hot Springs gathered together. There were less than 100 ninjas in total. There were about 150 Konoha ninjas originally sent to the Kingdom of Hot Springs, but some of them were sacrificed in the battle with the Cloud Ninjas. Orochimaru's snake pupil scanned the people in front of him. When ordinary people face Orochimaru, because of his cold temperament, they can't help but be nervous and afraid, but these people in front of them didn't have that. These ninjas were all excited and looked at Orochimaru excitedly. They have been defeated repeatedly these days, not to mention how aggrieved they are. Now Orochimaru is here, and now there are two Sannin sitting here, and they are ready to counterattack the Cloud Ninjas, and they can finally vent their frustrations. How can they not be excited? Orochimaru said, now, line up according to the ninjutsu you are good at. A group of ninjas began to stand in separate teams. The ninjas who use fire escape ninjutsu are the most, the ninjas who use earth escape and water escape ninjutsu are next, with about the same number. Then there are the ninjas who are good at lightning escape ninjutsu. Finally, there are the fewest ninjas who are proficient in wind-style ninjutsu. There are 5 illusion ninjas and only 3 perception ninjas. Orochimaru announced, I think you all know that we are going to launch a surprise attack on the hidden cloud village tonight. This action will directly determine whether all our subsequent actions in the land of hot springs will go smoothly. All of you are very important in this action. I will assign tasks to you. After the action begins, strictly follow the tasks I assign to you. First, before the surprise attack begins, the perception ninjas will perceive the current situation in the hidden cloud village. Then Jiraiya and I will take the lead in entering the hidden cloud village and destroy the place with the most people. After the attention of the cloud ninjas was attracted by us, the ninjas who were good at using earth-style ninjutsu immediately took action and used earth-style ninjutsu to divide the battlefield so as not to let a large number of cloud ninjas and hot spring ninjas gather together. After the battlefield was divided, the earth-style ninjas and the water-style ninjas cooperated with each other to create mudslides to hinder each other's actions. Then it was the fire-style ninja, who separated a team and cooperated with the wind-style ninja to create flame winds in various places in the hidden Tang village. The other fire-style ninjas advanced head-on, using fire-style ninja techniques to bomb from a distance to attract firepower. The lightning-style ninjas provided support, and immediately provided support to whichever side showed signs of decline. The illusion ninjas followed the lightning-style ninjas to provide support. The purpose of this operation is not to occupy the hidden Tang village, but to remove the Cloud Ninja's base in the hidden Tang village. As long as the Cloud Ninja is driven out of the hidden Tang village, our goal will be achieved. You each choose a team leader, and each team leader will receive a toad from Jiraiya. During the operation, Jiraiya's toad will inform the team leader of the latest mission, and the team leader will tell the ninjas in the team about the mission. Start preparing now, and give you 1 hour to prepare. The ninjas began to discuss who would be the team leader. Orochimaru walked up to Chiyu and said, Chiyu, you are very mobile, and I am confident in your strength. You act alone and find their commander to assassinate. Chiyu agreed seriously, yes, Teacher Orochimaru. At this time, Jiraiya said, Minato's mobility and strength are also very strong. Let's add Minato to the task of assassinating the commander of the Cloud Ninja. Orochimaru glanced at Minato Namikaze and said to Jiraiya, this is your disciple, you can arrange it yourself. Jiraiya asked Minato Namikaze, Minato, are you confident that you can complete this task? Minato Namikaze looked at Chiyu and said firmly, I am confident. Chapter 53. You are listening at novelfull.audio. It was not yet completely dark. Orochimaru led a group of ninjas to set off. After it was completely dark, everyone came to the woods a few hundred meters away from Yuin village. Orochimaru glanced at the 3 sensory ninjas in the team. The 3 sensory ninjas immediately realized that it was time for them to go out. The sensory ninjas left the team and approached Yuin village cautiously by sensing the surrounding situation. The main force stayed in place and waited. 2 hours passed. Was already very late at night, only the rustling of insects could be heard in the woods. Most people were very nervous, because the longer the time passed, the lower the probability of the 3 sensory ninjas surviving. Another half an hour passed. Finally, 2 of the 3 sensory ninjas came back. The left arm of one of the sensory ninjas disappeared. He covered the wound on his left arm and staggered and almost fell. Namikaze Minato immediately used the instant body technique to come to the side of the sensory ninja and supported him. The 2 sensory ninjas came to Orochimaru and reported the situation. The 3rd sensory ninja was discovered and killed by the Cloud Ninja outside the village before he entered the village, but thanks to this, the other 2 sensory ninjas successfully entered the village. However, when they left, they were discovered and hunted down by the sensory ninjas in the village. They only paid the price of an arm, and the 2 came back alive. They were very lucky. At the same time, they also sensed and explored the approximate distribution of ninjas in the village. After reporting the distribution of ninjas in the village, Orochimaru nodded and said, "Thank you for your hard work. Your mission has been completed. Take a rest." Minato Namikaze felt upset. This surprise attack has not even started, and a ninja has already been killed. Moreover, the Cloud Ninja has discovered that the Konoha ninja went to the Cloud Ninja village to gather intelligence. In Minato Namikaze's opinion, this operation should also end in vain. After all, it is too reluctant and too dangerous to force an attack when the other party is on guard. However, Orochimaru's next decision made Minato Namikaze unbelievable. The action started at 4 a.m., which was officially started 5 hours later. Jiraiya and I were destroying the hidden Tang village, and the others strictly followed the previous plan. Minato Namikaze really didn't understand Orochimaru's decision. Obviously, the other party had discovered that 3 of our ninjas had sneaked into the hidden Tang village, so why did Orochimaru continue with the plan? When everyone was preparing, Jiraiya sat next to Minato Namikaze and asked with a smile, "Are you confused? Why did Orochimaru choose to continue the action when the hidden Tang village was obviously discovered and our ninjas sneaked into the village to explore intelligence?" Minato Namikaze nodded, "Yes, Teacher Jiraiya, I really don't understand why Lord Orochimaru continued to act." Jiraiya explained to Minato Namikaze, "That's because even if the Cloud Ninjas found out, they would still do what they would do, and they wouldn't care. We often sent ninjas to sneak into the Cloud Ninjas base to explore, but the Cloud Ninjas would not change. They would only think that we sneaked in to explore intelligence just to figure out the current layout of the Cloud Ninjas in the Kingdom of Soup, and they would not think that we would attack them, because they know our current situation. There is a huge gap in strength between us and the Cloud Ninjas, and they don't think that we will take the initiative to attack them. Especially the Yugikure village, which is an important base, is guarded by a large number of Cloud Ninjas, as well as Yugikure ninjas. In their eyes, if we attack the Yugikure village, we will definitely be courting death, so they don't realize that we will launch a surprise attack on them." In fact, when Jiraiya was halfway through his speech, Namikaze Minato had already understood Orochimaru's approach. Jiraiya was very pleased that his disciples were smart and understood things at once. Before Orochimaru came, everything was handled by Jiraiya. Moreover, Jiraiya's approach was completely different from Orochimaru's. It was mainly based on stability, and casualties would be reduced as much as possible. However, doing so caused their front line to retreat again and again, to the point where they could no longer retreat. At the same time, as Minato Namikaze's master, Jiraiya had unconditional faith in Minato Namikaze, so Minato Namikaze was purely an executor carrying out the mission before, and he didn't think about these things. Therefore, Minato Namikaze, who has been on the battlefield for a long time, is still a little idealistic. Jiraiya thinks that it is really a good thing that Orochimaru and Chiba can support the land of hot springs. First of all, Jiraiya has a clear self-awareness. Jiraiya is only suitable as a lone ranger. It's okay to let him work alone, but he is not very good as a commander, but Orochimaru is very good in this aspect. After all, during the Second Ninja World War, in their team, he and Tsunade usually listened to the orders of Orochimaru. It was arranged by Orochimaru. Orochimaru can always formulate plans in the most difficult situations, lead them out of danger, and even turn defeat into victory. Moreover, Orochimaru has participated in the formulation of plans for several large-scale battles, and Chiba, who went to the battlefield for the first time, was able to formulate such a plan, and his overall view is beyond doubt. In Jiraiya's opinion, Chiba and Orochimaru are really alike, no wonder the two can become master and apprentice. In addition to this, the arrival of Orochimaru and Chiba made Minato Namikaze begin to truly come into contact with the cruelty of the battlefield. These cruelties are not only brought by the enemy, but also by himself. People, thinking back to the Second Ninja World War, countless ninjas died without knowing that they were baits in order to win. As long as victory can be won, it is worth sacrificing some of our own people, and after Chiba arrived, Namikaze Minato was under obvious pressure. This is a good thing, because in this way Namikaze Minato can grow faster under pressure. Jiraiya is looking forward to who will grow faster in this war. His disciple or Orochimaru's disciple. However, Namikaze Minato is his disciple, and Jiraiya believes that Namikaze Minato is better than Chiba and grows faster. 5 hours passed quickly. The group of ninjas gathered together again. Orochimaru said to Jiraiya, "Jiraiya, it's time to set off." Jiraiya stretched. "It's been a long time since I fought side by side with you, Orochimaru. It's really a nostalgic feeling. Again, follow the plan strictly. After the Cloud Ninjas defending the periphery enter the village, you can take action." After that, Orochimaru and Jiraiya rushed towards the hidden Tang village. The rest of the ninjas, including Chiba and Namikaze Minato, approached the hidden Tang village for a distance and stayed where they were, waiting for the opportunity to enter the battle. Chapter 54. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Orochimaru and Jiraiya have already taken action. The two of them quickly rushed towards the hidden Tang village. As three ninjas with rich combat experience and famous in the ninja world, it was not difficult for them to break through the guards of the Cloud Ninja silently, and they easily entered the hidden Tang village. According to the report of the perceptive ninja, Orochimaru and Jiraiya arrived at the location with the largest number of Cloud Ninjas. At this time, Orochimaru and Jiraiya were standing on the roof. Jiraiya said to Orochimaru with fighting spirit, "Orochimaru, then go ahead." Jiraiya bit his finger, drew the blood on his palm, and formed the seal of the summoning technique. Orochimaru followed closely and also began to form the seal of the summoning technique. Jiraiya and Orochimaru pressed their palms to the ground at the same time. The art of psychic communication. Bang, bang, two huge clouds of smoke enveloped Jiraiya and Orochimaru. When the smoke dissipated, the house under Orochimaru and Jiraiya's feet had collapsed, replaced by two huge summoned beasts. The man-snakes of Ryuchi Cave, and Gamabunta of Mayaboku Mountain. Gamabunta took a puff of his pipe, exhaled a large puff of smoke, and looked at the man-snakes beside him unhappily. "Jiraiya, how many times have I told you, don't call me out when this stinky snake is here?" Jiraiya smiled apologetically. "Don't be like this. This battle is very important, don't worry about this kind of thing for now." The man-snakes also looked at Gamabunta with dissatisfaction. "Orochimaru, you summoned me out, do you want me to eat this stinky toad? If so, there's no need for this sacrifice." Orochimaru said coldly, "Man-snake, everyone here is your sacrifice." Tsk. Wanshi also knew that it was impossible for it to eat Gamabunta. It just wanted to satisfy its craving. The commotion here had already alarmed the Cloud Ninja and the Soup Ninja, and a large number of ninjas gathered around Orochimaru and Jiraiya. Orochimaru, one of the three ninjas. Why did he come to the land of hot springs? They are going to attack Tangin village. All ninjas, get ready for battle. The Cloud Ninja and the Soup Ninja began to attack Orochimaru and Jiraiya. Gamabunta pulled out the huge short blade from his waist and swung it horizontally. The large number of ninjas were cut in half by Gamabunta's short blade. Manja was not to be outdone and swung his tail. The large number of ninjas were also slapped away by this tail swing. The huge Gamabunta and Manja were like meat grinders on the battlefield, reaping the lives of ninjas. Manja is protected by scales, and ordinary ninjutsu cannot even break through its scales. Although Gamabunta is huge, he is extremely flexible. After jumping high, most ninjutsu cannot hit Gamabunta. Orochimaru and Jiraiya took the initiative to land on the ground, allowing Manja and Gamabunta to play freely. Orochimaru quickly formed seals with both hands, then lay on the ground and opened his mouth. 10,000 snakes formation. Orochimaru spewed out a large number of snakes from his mouth, and these snakes each found the Cloud Ninja and the Tang Ninja and bit them. Jiraiya also finished the seal. Ninjutsu, Needle Jizo. Jiraiya hardened his long silver hair and wrapped it around his entire body. Needle Hell. Jiraiya's hardened silver long hair was launched in all directions like 1,000 blades, instantly injuring a large number of ninjas. Orochimaru and Jiraiya's surprise attack plan started very well, killing a large number of Cloud Ninjas and Soup Ninjas at once, but the Cloud Ninjas and Soup Ninjas who gradually reacted also began to have ways to deal with it. The Cloud Ninjas and Soup Ninjas looked for cover, avoiding the range attacks of Orochimaru, Jiraiya and the two summoned beasts, and began to command the ninjas to fight. After the Cloud Ninjas and Soup Ninjas reacted, Orochimaru and Jiraiya could no longer cause heavy casualties to the enemy as they did at the beginning. Outside the Yukikure village, a group of Konoha ninjas found that the Kumo ninjas guarding the edge of Yukikure village had entered the village to provide support, and they immediately began to act. Chiba and Namikaze Minato took the lead and rushed into the village at a very fast speed. The rest of the ninjas followed closely behind. After successfully entering the Yukikure village, the ninjas who were good at using earth escape techniques began to act according to the plan. Earth Style, Earth Flow Wall. After all the Earth Style ninjas finished their seals, they pressed their hands on the ground. A series of earth walls were erected in the battlefield, dividing the battlefield, making it impossible for the Cloud Style ninjas and the Soup Style ninjas to gather together. Then the Water Style ninjas also began to form seals. Water Style, Water Wave. The Water Style ninjas spit water from their mouths, and the gathered water rushes towards the Cloud and Soup Style ninjas. The Earth Style ninjas cooperate with the Water Style ninjas to perform ninjutsu. Earth Style, Rock Collapse. The Earth Style ninja injected chakra into the ground, causing the rocks to collapse and combine with water to form a mudslide. In the mudslide, many Cloud Style ninjas and Soup Style ninjas could not move. The Fire Style ninjas and Wind Style ninjas were also ready to release their ninjutsu. Wind Escape. Big Breakthrough. Fire Style, Great Fireball Technique. The combination of wind and fire directly formed a flame wind. The flame wind swept away, burning the ninjas who were left in the mudslide and could not escape in time. In front of the hot spring village, all the Fire Style ninjas used the Great Fireball to bombard everywhere and advance steadily. The Earth Style ninjas and Water Style ninjas who had completed their tasks also joined the frontal battle. The Lightning Style ninjas naturally had the advantage of speed. While supporting their companions who were in a slump, they killed some lone ninjas. Orochimaru's deployment of troops was a complete success. In a short period of time, there was chaos in the hot spring village. The plan has been implemented so far, and it has almost been half successful, but the situation is still not good for Konoha. It is not optimistic, because the population base of the enemy ninjas in the Yukikure village is too large. Under the command of the various commanders among the Cloud Ninjas and the Yukikure ninjas, they began to command actions in an orderly manner to fight against the Konoha ninjas. At this time, Chiyu and Namikaze Minato's mission also began. Their mission targets are those commanders. Chiyu's way of identifying commanders is particularly simple and crude, that is through the Sharingan. The extremely strong dynamic vision of the Sharingan allows Chiyu to see the facial expressions of ninjas in the distance clearly. Chiyu observes the mouths of some ninjas. As long as they speak the most, they are judged as the enemy's commanders by Chiyu. Thunder Breathing. First form Thunderbolt Flash. 6 consecutive. Shinyu turned into a roaring lightning, using the surrounding terrain to change the direction of the charge many times. Wherever he passed, the ninjas who blocked Shinyu were either paralyzed by the lightning or knocked away by Shinyu, and were directly seriously injured. After reaching the target person, Shinyu's ninja sword was unsheathed in an instant. The opponent didn't even have time to react before his head was chopped off. At the same time, Shinyu used the instant body technique to immediately escape. Because on the body of the commander whose head he chopped off, Shinyu had pasted several detonating tags. The detonating tags exploded, injuring or killing the ninjas near the body. Chapter 56. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Minato Namikaze was extremely upset and angry at the moment, but he had no way to refute Chiyu, because Chiyu was right. In this situation, being seriously injured would almost certainly mean death, and in the end, Daigo also chose to die willingly, but Minato Namikaze was angry. If Daigo died at the hands of the enemy, Minato Namikaze would only be sad, not angry, because everyone is an enemy, a life and death enemy. but Minato Namikaze could not accept that Daigo died from the detonating tag given to him by Chiyu. And it was Chiyu who asked him to die. Namikaze Minato said angrily, "Chiyu, are you so cold-blooded? If you are in danger in the future, don't you hope that your companions will come to save you?" Chiyu sneered and said, "Cold-blooded? It's up to you. If I am in danger, I will die because of my own incompetence, so you don't need to worry about it, and I want to remind you that the battle is not over yet. Every second wasted here may lead to the death of a companion, and the death of these people, Namikaze Minato, must be counted on your head." After that, Chiyu used the instant body technique to leave and continue to join the battle. Namikaze Minato is now very upset, he was overwhelmed by anger, and now is not the time to question Chiyu. Namikaze Minato vented his anger on the enemy ninjas, and worked harder to kill the enemy, no longer caring whether the other party was the commander. Chiyu is the same. After those commanders found that he and Namikaze Minato were specifically staring at them to kill, they had hidden and issued orders. The main force to kill the enemy is still Orochimaru and Jiraiya. At this time, the two were also covered in blood, and they continued to use their own ninjutsu to kill the enemy. The opponents of Manshi and Gamabunta are no longer ninjas, but summoned beasts summoned by Cloud Ninja and Tang Ninja. Now Manshi and Gamabunta are facing many summoned beasts, plus the ninjutsu of the ninjas, and they are also in a slump. They can't sweep the army like they did at the beginning, and can only fight and retreat. And Shenyu stared at a ninja on the battlefield, the man who looks about the same age as Sarutobi Hiruzen. This man is wearing a forehead protector from the Tang village, and his strength is completely different from that of other Tang ninjas. Shenyu grabbed a Tang ninja, pointed at the man and asked, "Who is that man? Give you 3 seconds to answer me." That the Tang ninja was already scared. Facing Shenyu's question, the Tang ninja immediately answered, "Yes, it's our leader." After answering, Shenyu directly killed the Tang ninja. Shenyu squinted at the Tang ninja leader who was fighting with all his strength, finally appeared. Their goal is not to capture the hidden Tang village. Their current number and combat power are completely incapable of killing all the Cloud Ninjas, nor are they enough to drive the Cloud Ninjas out of the hidden Tang village. So how can the Cloud Ninjas be driven out of the hidden Tang village and make the hidden Tang village no longer cooperate with the Cloud Ninjas? The key is the leader of the hidden Tang village. In the plan discussed by Chiba and Orochimaru, only the hidden Tang village can drive the Cloud Ninjas out of the hidden Tang village. The goal is to drive the Cloud Ninjas out of the hidden Tang village and no longer provide the hidden Tang village as a base for the Cloud Ninjas. The process is to let everyone in the hidden Tang village know that in the war between the two major ninja villages, the result of rashly standing on one side is something that a small ninja village cannot afford. After letting the hidden Tang village know this truth, this mission operation will be basically successful. At that time, Konoha will announce that it will not care about the hidden Tang village becoming the base of the Cloud Ninjas, and let the hidden Tang village return to neutrality and no longer intervene in the fight between Konoha and the hidden Tang village. The Cloud Ninja caused such a huge loss to the hidden Tang village. The hidden Tang village returned to neutrality, which was not to help Konoha, and the hidden Tang village had no way to blame the hidden Tang village. The plan would succeed then. Shinyu summoned a snake to report to Orochimaru that the leader of the hidden Tang village had entered the battle. At this time, the leader of the hidden Tang ninja was in great sorrow. This battle caught everyone in the hidden Tang village by surprise. At the beginning, he let the Cloud Ninja enter the hidden Tang village because he knew that the kingdom of Tang would inevitably become a battlefield between Konoha and the hidden Tang village. The hidden Tang village promised to protect the hidden Tang village, on the condition that the Cloud Ninja would enter the village. He agreed to the hidden Tang village so that the village could continue in the war, but in this situation, isn't it the same as not protecting it? He regretted agreeing to the Cloud Ninja so hastily. After the battle, these Cloud Ninjas simply ignored their ninjas and villagers and had no intention of protecting them. Watching his fellow villagers die one by one, he now blamed himself. Originally, he didn't want to join the battle, because once he, the leader of the hidden Tang village, also joined the battle, the nature of the situation would be different. Although he asked the Cloud Ninja to station ninjas in his village, he also chose to protect himself. Since the battle between Konoha Ninja and Cloud Ninja, the hidden Tang ninja has not joined any battle. This is to prevent Konoha from being completely offended. After all, even if Konoha is defeated in the future, it will be very easy to deal with their hidden Tang village, but seeing the death of ninjas and villagers in his village, he couldn't bear it anymore. The leader of the hidden Tang ninja continued to release ninjutsu to attack the Konoha ninja. Venting his anger, the snake sent by Chinyu came back soon. The snake reported to Chinyu, Lord Orochimaru said that he couldn't get away immediately, so let Lord Chinyu keep an eye on the leader of the hidden Tang ninja. After getting a response from Orochimaru, Chinyu observed the leader of the hidden Tang ninja. His strength is good, but it's just good. In Konoha, at best, he is just an elite jonin. However, the leader of the hidden Tang ninja has rich combat experience, which makes Chinyu eager to move. Fighting the leader of the soup ninja should also be considered. Keeping an eye on him, Chinyu made hand seals and took a deep breath. Fire style, Dragon Flame Song Technique. Chinyu spit out 4 fire dragons at the leader of the soup ninjas, attacking him at the same time. The leader of the soup ninjas reacted quickly and had enough experience. After finding that he couldn't avoid the 4 fire dragons, he immediately thought of a way to deal with it. Water escape. Water wall. A vertical wall of water was created from the ground in front of the soup ninja leader, blocking the 2 fire dragons. Water escape. Water dragon bullet technique. The soup ninja leader used the surrounding water to condense a water dragon, and entered the water dragon, successfully blocking the other 2 fire dragons. After the soup ninja leader dealt with the 4 fire dragons, he looked at Chinyu. After seeing Chinyu, the soup ninja leader shot out hatred. The soup ninja leader, who was watching the battle at the beginning, noticed Chinyu, who was very active on the battlefield at a glance. Although Chinyu did not specifically target the soup ninja, countless soup ninjas died at Chinyu's hands. Chapter 57. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chinyu took the initiative to find the leader of the Yugakure ninja. The leader of the Yugakure ninja can be said to be the strongest ninja in Yugakure village, whether it is Yugakure ninja or Kyumo ninja. Although there are many ninjas stationed in Yugakure village, the core ninjas of Kyumo ninja are not among them, because compared with other strongholds in Kyumo ninja, the stronghold of Yugakure village is very safe. Anyway, the Kyumo ninjas could never have imagined that the Konoha ninjas would not choose to attack other strongholds, but would choose to attack Yugakure village instead. Therefore, although there are many Kyumo ninjas in Yugakure village, most of them are Chunin and Genin, and Jonin only occupies a part of them. There is not a single elite Jonin. The leader of the Yugakure ninja glared at Chinyu. Without any excessive words or actions, he directly began to make seals with his hands. Water style, water shotgun. The leader of the soup ninjas aimed his palms at Chinyu and fired a large number of water bullets at Chinyu. Chinyu dodged immediately. These water bullets penetrated deeply into the ground with great power. Chinyu threw several kunai at the leader of the soup ninjas, each of which had a detonating talisman attached to it. The detonating talisman exploded, and a large amount of dust enveloped the leader of the soup ninjas. Earth escape, rock pillar prison. After Chinyu completed the seal, he created a pillar of earth in the dust to form a cage, trying to imprison the leader of the soup ninja. Water style, water trumpet technique. Before the earth pillar was formed, the leader of the soup ninja had already jumped into the air and spit out a trumpet-like stream of water towards the ground, collapsing the earth pillar and rushing towards Chinyu. Earth escape. Earth flow wall. Chinyu created an earth wall to resist the impact of the water. Then Chinyu aimed the ninja sword in his hand at the soup ninja leader in midair. Thunder breathing, type 5, heat realm thunder. Chinyu released a lightning-like slash with high heat and bombarded the soup ninja leader in midair. The soup ninja leader's eyes condensed. He had been paying attention to Chinyu before he entered the scene, so he also had a good idea of the ninjutsu that Chinyu had released. This technique released lightning very quickly. The moment the lightning-like slash hit the soup ninja leader, the soup ninja leader finished the seal. Wind escape. Wind cutting technique. The leader of the soup ninja clapped his hands, turning the wind into a sharp blade and cutting the hot lightning coming towards him. Chinyu's eyes narrowed slightly. In addition to water escape ninjutsu, the leader of the soup ninja also knows wind escape ninjutsu, and the speed of the wind escape ninjutsu is obviously faster than the water escape ninjutsu just now. Does that mean he is better at wind escape ninjutsu, since it is a wind ninjutsu? Fire style, dragon fire technique. After forming a seal, Chinyu released a straight line of flames, which shot towards the leader of the Soup Ninja at a very fast speed. The moment the leader of the Soup Ninja was hit by the flames, he was covered by smoke, the smoke was blown away, and the leader of the Soup Ninja disappeared, turning into a burning tree stump. It was a substitution technique. Chinyu's Sharingan turned frantically, looking for the figure of the Soup Ninja leader. Suddenly, a kunai shot straight at Chinyu. Wind style, fierce wind palm, that the leader of the Soup Ninjas hiding in the dark clapped his hands, compressed the wind and transformed it into a violent ferocious wind, causing the speed of the kunai to suddenly accelerate and shoot towards Chinyu. Chinyu immediately used the body flickering technique to dodge the kunai, as Chinyu stood still. Thunder breathing, fourth type, distant thunder. After lightning burst out of Chinyu's body, he attacked at an extremely fast speed, sprinting towards the place where the kunai had just been shot. Chinyu's Sharingan locked onto the Soup Ninja leader standing on the tree trunk. After approaching, he swung the blade to slash at the Soup Ninja leader at high speed. However, when the Soup Ninja leader was attacked, his body suddenly turned into a pool of water. At the same time, the Soup Ninja leader's voice came again from not far away. Water escape. Water prison technique. The water incarnation of the Soup Ninja leader turned into water, forming a spherical cage, trapping Chinyu inside. The Soup Ninja leader looked at Chinyu trapped in the water prison with hatred, holding a kunai in his hand, and whispered, "It's over." But when the Soup Ninja leader stabbed Chinyu with the kunai, Chinyu in the water prison held the ninja sword across his chest. Breathing of thunder, land type, lightning and thunder boom. Chinyu once again instantly released lightning-like slashes in all directions, forcibly destroyed the water prison, and quickly retreated, distanced himself from the Soup Ninja leader. The Soup Ninja leader frowned and murmured, "The lightning escape ninjutsu that does not require hand seals is really troublesome." If Chinyu formed hand seals in the water prison, the Soup Ninja leader would be fully confident that he could finish him off when Chinyu formed hand seals, but if there is no need to form hand seals, the Soup Ninja leader will not be able to judge the timing of Chinyu's ninjutsu release. The Soup Ninja leader looked at Chinyu with a complicated expression. Is he already a jonin at such a young age? There are so many geniuses in Konoha. The leader of the Soup Ninjas felt very aggrieved. Why are all the geniuses from the big ninja villages? For a small ninja village like theirs, it would be a blessing to be able to produce a genius. Here alone, the leader of the Soup Ninjas found 4 geniuses of Konoha. There is no need to mention Orochimaru and Jirai. Chiba in front of him must be a genius. There is also a yellow-haired boy. Although he is a little worse than the black-haired boy in front of him, he is also far superior to others and is a genius, especially Chiba in front of him. The leader of the Soup Ninjas is very envious. At a young age, he has mastered the 4 attribute ninjutsu of thunder, fire, water, and earth, and the Sharingan, one of the 3 major pupil techniques, and his strength has reached the level of a jonin. It would be great if such a genius came from the Soup Village. If the Soup Village could produce a figure like Hanzo of the Rain Village, it would not have to rely on others in this war. In the Second Ninja World War, the Rain Village became the main battlefield of the 5 major countries, and the war continued, but with a ninja like Hanzo, the Rain Village was still able to survive. It can be seen how important it is for a ninja village to have a strong ninja. Chinyu's Sharingan stared at the leader of the Soup Ninja. Just now, he was accidentally tricked. The leader of the Soup Ninja shot the kunai to deliberately let Chinyu find the location of his water clone. As long as Chinyu defeated the water clone, the leader of the Soup Ninja could use the water prison technique to trap him. Chinyu attacked again. Water escape. Water dragon bullet technique. Chinyu used the surrounding water to condense a water dragon and rushed towards the Soup Ninja leader. Water style, water dragon bullet technique. The leader of the Soup Ninjas also condensed a water dragon and rushed forward. Chinyu hooked his lips and aimed his ninja sword at his water dragon. Thunder breathing, type 5, heat realm thunder. Chinyu released a high heat lightning and hit his own water dragon. Chinyu's water dragon instantly flashed with lightning, and the moment it collided with the water dragon of the Soup Ninja leader, the 2 water dragons exploded at the same time. A large number of water drops dripped from the air like rain. The Soup Ninja leader was shocked, because these water drops were all carrying lightning, and there was no shelter around. There was no way to hide. Chapter 58. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chiyu uses the 5 types, Heat Realm Thunder, which makes his water dragon have the characteristics of lightning. After cancelling out the water dragon of the Soup Ninja leader, water drops with lightning characteristics fall from the air. The Soup Ninja leader immediately responds with a seal. Wind Escape. Big breakthrough, that the Soup Ninja leader blew out a whirlwind from his mouth, and after the storm, it blew away the water droplets that were about to fall on his body. However, even though the Soup Ninja leader's reaction speed was very fast, his body was still inevitably touched by some water droplets. These water droplets made the Soup Ninja leader's body numb, and the parts that directly touched his skin were burned. But fortunately, the water droplets were dispersed in time, and the water droplets that fell on his body were not many, and did not affect him. While the Soup Ninja leader was dealing with the water droplets, Chenyu had already taken action again. Fire Style, Great Dragon Fire Technique. Chenyu spewed out a huge fire dragon from his mouth and attacked the leader of the Soup Ninja. The leader of the Soup Ninja also quickly counterattacked. Water Style, Waterfall Technique. The leader of the Soup Ninja gathered his chakra in his throat and spit out a huge water ball from his mouth. The fire dragon came into contact with the water ball, emitting a large amount of water vapor, which made the surroundings shrouded in fog. Chenyu formed a seal again and created a shadow clone. Chenyu and the shadow clone sheathed their ninja swords at the same time, slightly arched their bodies, and stared at the direction of the Soup Ninja leader. Thunder Breathing. First form Thunderbolt Flash. Double Flash. Chenyu and his shadow clone burst out in one breath, like thunder tearing through the air, breaking through the thick fog created by water vapor at high speed, approaching the leader of the Soup Ninja, and slashing with their swords at an extremely fast speed. The hair on the head of the Soup Ninja stood up. He had been on guard against Chenyu's extremely fast Thunderbolt Flash. When he personally felt Chenyu's move, he was still shocked. Wind Style. Vacuum Jade. Wind Style. Vacuum Jade only requires 3 seals, but when the Soup Ninja leader finished the seals, Chenyu and the shadow clone had already drawn their ninja swords and slashed at his neck. The Soup Ninja leader took a deep breath, blew out several wind balls, and hit one of Chenyu, but unfortunately, the Soup Ninja leader hit Chenyu's shadow clone. Chenyu's shadow clone turned into smoke and disappeared. The Soup Ninja leader also felt that his neck had not been cut yet, but it was already slightly stinging. The Soup Ninja leader's head immediately tilted towards the position where Chenyu's shadow clone disappeared, and then immediately retreated. Chenyu frowned slightly, looked at the Soup Ninja leader in the distance and muttered, "TSK, the reaction is really fast." The leader of the Soup Ninjas covered his neck and looked at Chenyu solemnly. A trace of blood flowed out from the fingers of the leader of the Soup Ninjas. Chenyu's sword slash still hurt him, but fortunately, Chenyu's sword slash only scratched the skin on his neck and did not hurt the artery. The leader of the Soup Ninjas looked at Chenyu in a tricky way. Chenyu guessed that he would use water ninjutsu to deal with his fire ninjutsu, using the water vapor generated by each other to cover his vision, and then approach him at high speed and slash him with a sword. In addition, in order to ensure that he could be killed, he also split a shadow clone to act at the same time. If he had not made the most correct response in a short period of time, he might have been seriously injured if not dead. Even so, he was only slightly injured. The Soup Ninja leader marveled at Chenyu's combat IQ in his heart. Chenyu took out a handful of Bingliang pills from the ninja tool bag and swallowed them. Chenyu's chakra was already running low, and coupled with the shadow clone just now, his few chakras were almost exhausted. Unexpectedly, the Soup Ninja leader still dodged such an attack. Chenyu had already taken Bingliang pills before, and the effect of taking Bingliang pills again in a short period of time had not much. Only a little bit of chakra was restored. Chenyu had thought about using witness points to directly restore full chakra, but after thinking about it, Chenyu decided to give up. The system provides him with a way to become stronger, and Chenyu does not want to rely too much on the system. Only when you are strong yourself can you be truly strong. Now is far from the time of despair. Chenyu looked at the Soup Ninja leader with firm eyes, an elite jonin, and the leader of a ninja village. He is fully qualified to be a stepping stone for him to become stronger. The Soup Ninja leader also felt Chenyu's fighting spirit and put down his hand that was covering his neck. The Soup Ninja leader, his experience tells him that Chiyu's next attack will be his strongest attack and also his final blow. The Soup Ninja leader has never underestimated Chiyu, but now he has become more cautious and alert to Chiyu's actions. The battle here has attracted the attention of many ninjas. This includes Namikaze Minato. Watching Chiyu's battle, Namikaze Minato became more and more frightened, and the more he watched, the greater the gap between himself and Chiyu became. Obviously, he accepted the teachings of Jiraiya, one of the three ninjas, earlier than Chiyu, and came to the battlefield to gain experience earlier. Why has Chiyu's progress been so much greater than his? Is he really a genius? This time, the leader of the Soup Ninja took the lead. Wind style, vacuum ball, that the leader of the Soup Ninja fired the chakra accumulated in his mouth at Shinyu like a bullet. Shinyu dodged by jumping left and right and adjusting his breathing. In the process of adjustment, Shinyu was scratched by the fast and dense wind balls in several places, but Shinyu ignored it and adjusted his breathing with all his heart and soul, and entered a state of full concentration. This was the first time that Shinyu used this move in battle. Although he had learned it, Shinyu had tried it several times during training, and the probability of failure was very high, but this time Shinyu felt that he could do it. Shinyu, who entered a state of full concentration, closed his eyes. The body's senses seemed to have become more sensitive. Just now, Shinyu would be scratched by the wind balls, but now these wind balls can no longer touch his body. Shinyu put the ninja sword back into the sheath and suddenly opened his eyes. In an instant, lightning surged wildly all over Chinyu's body, and the double Magatama in both eyes of the Sharingan spun rapidly. Shinyu slightly arched his body. The Soup Ninja leader's eyes condensed. Is it that move of Thunderbolt Flash again? However, although Chinyu's starting style is the same as Thunderbolt Flash, the feeling it gives to the Soup Ninja leader is very different. The Soup Ninja leader has already made seals in advance, and began to move his feet to prepare for evasion. Thunder breathing, 7th form, Fire Thunder God. Shinyu rushed forward at a speed that could not be detected by the naked eye. During the movement, the lightning on Chinyu's body turned into a thunder dragon, and the trajectory was like a flying thunder dragon, and its direction could not be grasped at all. The pupils of the Soup Ninja leader shrank suddenly. The speed was faster than Thunder Flash, which could not be captured by the eyes, and just by looking at the deep marks left on the ground along the moving trajectory, one could feel how powerful this move was. The body could not react in time and there was no time to dodge, but the seal had been formed in advance, and he had to be stopped. Wind escape. Vacuum big ball. That the Soup Ninja leader blew several high-pressure wind balls at Shinyu, trying to stop Chinyu's steps. The Fire Thunder God did not have the weakness of only advancing in a straight line like the Thunderbolt Flash. Although it seemed that Shinyu was moving in a straight line, the high-pressure wind balls bombarding the ground in the distance meant that Shinyu had dodged them all. The Soup Ninja leader's mind was spinning rapidly, and he made a decision, and finally spit out a high-pressure wind ball. The moment he spit out the high-pressure wind ball, Shinyu also slashed with a knife. A loud explosion sounded, and the dust covered Shinyu and the Soup Ninja leader together, making it difficult for others to see the situation. Chapter 59. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chiyu and the leader of the Soup Ninja were covered by dust, and no one else could see the situation clearly. Now, those who were paying attention here wished they had Byakugan so that they could see who won and who lost at the first time. The ninjas of Konoha naturally favored Chiyu. After all, Chiyu seemed to be evenly matched with the leader of the Soup Ninja, and did not fall into a slump, and even injured the leader of the Soup Ninja. The Cloud Ninja and the Soup Ninja were more optimistic about the leader of the Soup Ninja, because they observed that although Chiyu and the leader of the Soup Ninja seemed to be evenly matched, and had the upper hand several times, they could also think of good ideas in the battle. But the leader of the Soup Ninja successfully resolved Chiyu's attack every time with experience, and even they could see that Chiyu's chakra was running out. Chiyu's strength seemed to have reached the level of a jonin, but his chakra did not seem to be there yet, and at most it was a chakra of a special jonin. They believed that the leader of the Soup Ninja could successfully resolve Chiyu's attack this time. As long as this attack was resolved, Chiyu, who had no chakra, would become a fish on the chopping board and be slaughtered at will. At the same time, they were also a little worried. What if the leader of the Soup Ninjas couldn't withstand Chinyu's attack this time? At this time, a gust of wind blew, blowing away the dust around Shinyu and the leader of the Soup Ninjas, and finally everyone could see the situation in the field clearly. Shinyu knelt on one knee on the ground, Gasping for breath, not far away, the leader of the soup ninjas fell to the ground in a very embarrassed manner. The clothes on his body were burned by the high temperature of lightning and had many holes. The soup ninjas and the cloud ninjas were shocked. The leader of the soup ninjas was defeated. But what surprised everyone was that there was no burning or knife wound on the body of the soup ninja leader. There were many wounds on the body of the soup ninja leader, which looked more like wind escape ninjutsu, and Chinyu's attack just now was obviously a thunder escape ninjutsu, which was puzzling. However, Minato Namikaze widened his eyes and had analyzed what had just happened. There is no doubt that Chinyu's attack just now was empty. As for why Chinyu's extremely fast and powerful attack failed, it was because of the vacuum jade released by the soup ninja leader at the end. The soup ninja leader had released the vacuum jade many times before, but Chinyu dodged them all. The soup ninja leader knew that he could not resist Chinyu at all, nor could he avoid it, so the target of the final vacuum jade was not Chinyu, but the ground beneath his feet. He used the storm generated by the vacuum jade hitting the ground, and used the storm to blow his body away to quickly avoid Chinyu's attack. Although this also injured the soup ninja leader, it was better than being beheaded by Chinyu. The soup ninja leader struggled to get up from the ground, vomited a mouthful of blood, looked at Chinyu who was kneeling on one knee on the ground, and said in a hoarse voice, "You can't stand up anymore, right?" Chinyu coughed violently a few times, just as the soup ninja leader said. He now had difficulty standing up, and every inch of muscle in his body seemed to be torn apart and painful. Although Chinyu had learned the final seventh form, Fire Thunder God, after a systematic simulation, Chinyu had never mastered it before. He failed more often than he succeeded in training. This time, Chinyu finally mastered it, but because there was not much chakra left in Chinyu's body, it exceeded the load of his body. Chinyu looked at the soup ninja leader not far away and sighed. As a village leader, you are really experienced in combat, and you are also decisive. You actually thought of this way of losing both sides to avoid my attack. The soup ninja leader twitched his mouth. Isn't that what ninjas are like? In a desperate situation, you have to take a gamble, but I won the gamble. But there is one thing I am curious about. When you drew your sword just now, the distance of the ninja sword didn't seem to be enough to behead me. Was it a mistake? Chinyu used the ninja sword to support himself and force himself to stand up. Even after standing up, Chinyu's body was trembling slightly. The pain of muscle tearing made Chinyu's face pale. Chinyu said weakly, "In our plan, anyone in the Hidden Tang village can die, but you can't die." The leader of the Hidden Tang ninja was stunned for a moment, and was even more puzzled. "I can't die. Why?" The leader of the Tang ninja suddenly sighed. "Forget it, I don't want to know anymore. This time it's really over. I don't want to kill you, you are too good. As long as you keep growing, you will definitely become a strong man in the ninja world, but you killed so many ninjas in our Tangin village. As the leader of Tangin village, I must kill you to avenge them." Chinyu sneered. "Don't say such polite words on the battlefield. We are enemies. Who are you insulting by saying such words? And who said you won?" The leader of the soup ninjas frowned and looked at Chinyu. At this time, Chinyu could still say such words. It was obvious that she had already struggled to stand up, right? The leader of the soup ninjas ignored Chinyu and took out a kunai, ready to kill Chinyu. After seeing this, Minato Namikaze moved his body and wanted to save Chinyu, but Minato Namikaze suddenly stopped. He remembered Daigo's death and what Chinyu said before, "I died because I was incompetent, so there is no need to bother you." Minato Namikaze was struggling in his heart. He didn't want to save Chiyu. Chiyu was right, he hated him. Not just a little bit, he really hated him. Especially after Chiyu gave Daigo a detonating tag, causing Daigo to die together with the Cloud Ninja. But Minato Namikaze, who was determined to become Hokage, told himself that his decision not to save Chiyu was wrong. At this time, the leader of the soup ninja had already shot the kunai in his hand at Chiyu. Looking at the kunai shot by the leader of the soup ninja, Minato Namikaze moved his body again. Minato Namikaze felt that he was wrong. Regardless of whether Chiyu was wrong or not, Chiyu was fighting for Konoha at this moment. Even if Chiyu had different ideas from him, he should not stand by and watch her die. If he chose to stand by and watch her die, wouldn't it be tantamount to violating his own ideas? Minato Namikaze tried his best to rush towards Chiyu, but the distance between him and Chiyu was really far. it was too late. Suddenly, Namikaze Minato suddenly stopped again, frowning as he looked at the kunai that the Soup Ninja leader shot at Chiyu. Why did this kunai feel like, off? The kunai that the Soup Ninja leader shot was nailed to the ground next to Chinyu. However, in the eyes of the Soup Ninja leader, his kunai did not miss, but went straight to Chinyu's head. But, when the kunai hit Chinyu, her body suddenly became illusory, until it disappeared and reappeared in another place. The Tang Ninja leader's face suddenly changed, and he blurted out, "Illusion." Chapter 60. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The leader of the Soup Ninja looked at Chinyu in disbelief. He had thrown the kunai accurately at Chinyu, and it had indeed hit him, but Chinyu's body became illusory and appeared on the other side. All signs showed that he had been hit by an illusion, but, when was the illusion? The body of the Soup Ninja leader trembled, thinking of the time when Chinyu used the seventh form, Fire Thunder God, to use the sword slash on him. He clearly saw Chinyu's rotating Sharingan. The Soup Ninja leader said with an unpleasant face, "I see, I was hit by the pupil technique illusion of the Sharingan at that time." Chinyu admitted, "Ah, that's right, it seems that you realized when the illusion was hit. I said I can't kill you, so naturally I have to leave a backhand for myself, but I don't like to use illusions very much. I prefer direct battles between the two sides. To be honest, this is the first time I use illusions on people." The Soup Ninja leader said with a gloomy face, "It's really amazing. If it weren't for your lack of chakra, maybe I, an elite jonin, would really fall into your hands. It's just that you don't have much chakra, so the effect of your illusion is greatly reduced. In theory, the pupil technique illusion can only be broken by others disrupting the flow of chakra, but now there is another way to break it." A kunai appeared in the hand of the Soup Ninja leader and stabbed it fiercely into his thigh. The pain made the Soup Ninja leader break free from the illusion. The Soup Ninja leader pulled out the kunai from his thigh, and looked at Chinyu with cold eyes. "You should be helpless now, right?" Chinyu's smile became brighter and brighter, and he looked at the Soup Ninja leader and said, "Nothing to do. It's you who is helpless." A voice came from behind the Soup Ninja leader, "Kuroiwa Tatsuji, you have already lost to my disciple." The one who appeared behind the Soup Ninja leader was Orochimaru. The Soup Ninja leader Kuroiwa Tatsuji did not attack Orochimaru, but just sighed heavily. When Orochimaru appeared, he had no room for resistance. Kuroiwa Tatsuji smiled bitterly and said, "The foundation of the great ninja village is really profound. The three ninjas of Konoha, the White Fang of Konoha, and various bloodline and secret technique masters, now even the new seedlings have grown to this point. Since you didn't kill me, it seems that the child didn't lie to me. I have to live in your plan, but I can't help you. A small ninja village like us has no say at all." Orochimaru said calmly, "You don't need to do anything that will embarrass you. As long as you do what I do, even if our Konoha and the Hidden Cloud village go to war, the war will not burn to your Hidden Tang village." A ray of light suddenly flashed in the scattered eyes of Hyanshinsi. "What do you want our Hidden Tang village to do?" Orochimaru replied, "We will retreat soon. After we retreat, you will let the Cloud Ninja withdraw from the Hidden Tang village and let the Hidden Tang village return to neutrality." Hyanshinsi frowned and said, "I just said that our small ninja village has no say. The Cloud Ninja has already entered the Hidden Tang village. It is difficult for me to let them withdraw." Orochimaru said coldly, "Our Konoha is here to attack the Cloud Ninja this time. Your Hidden Tang village is just incidental. This reason should be enough for the Cloud Ninja to withdraw from the Hidden Tang village, right? If there are still Cloud Ninjas in Yugakure, even if there is only one, we Konoha ninjas will continue to attack Yugakure." Kuroiwa Tatsuji understood what Orochimaru meant. This time, the Konoha ninjas attacked Yugakure and caused Yugakure to suffer such a heavy loss. Then Yugakure can have every reason to ask the Cloud Ninjas to withdraw from Yugakure, saying that Yugakure can no longer afford the loss and restore its neutral state. After all, the Cloud Ninjas did not protect the ninjas and villagers of Yugakure as they promised at the beginning. Yugakure is right, but Kuroiwa Tatsuji was still filled with grief and indignation, because he had figured out Konoha's plan. The purpose of Konoha's plan this time was not the Cloud Ninjas, but their Yugikure stood on the side of the Cloud Village, and the Konoha ninjas would attack Yugikure. Looking at Kuroiwa Tatsuji's expression, Orochimaru guessed it. Kuroiwa Tatsuji must have misunderstood the purpose of the Konoha ninjas attacking the Yugikure village, but Orochimaru was too lazy to explain, because the goal had been achieved. For the sake of the village, Kuroiwa Tatsuji would definitely restore neutrality and let the Cloud Ninjas withdraw from the Yugikure village, and he, Orochimaru, has come to the Kingdom of Hot Springs to support. And all the Cloud Ninjas in the Kingdom of Hot Springs will soon know it. After returning, they can immediately start to advance the front line. They just attacked the Yugikure village, and now they are immediately advancing the front line. Those Cloud Ninjas will definitely think that this time Konoha was led by him, Orochimaru, to support many ninjas to come to the Kingdom of Hot Springs, and they will not act rashly. Orochimaru said to the toad on his shoulder, "Notify everyone to gather at the gate of the Yugikure village. The plan has been successful and we are ready to retreat." Namikaze Minato, who was standing in the distance, looked at Chiyu deeply with complicated eyes, and went to support other ninjas. Orochimaru walked in front of Chiyu and extended his hand to Chiyu. Chiyu held Orochimaru's hand and used the force to stand up again. "Can you still move?" Chiyu shook his head. "My body is overdrawn a bit, it's hard to move anymore." Orochimaru turned his back and squatted in front of Chiyu. "Come on, I'll carry you." Chiyu looked at Orochimaru's back in surprise. He didn't expect Orochimaru to take the initiative to carry him. Chiyu didn't act pretentiously and climbed directly onto Orochimaru's back. After Orochimaru got up and walked forward, he praised, "You performed very well in this operation, especially against Kuroiwa Tatsuji. Although he is only the leader of the small ninja village of Yugikure village, he is at least an elite jonin. If it weren't for your insufficient chakra, you might have won this battle, but it's already very good. The battlefield is the best place to improve your strength. Everyone's battle is a fight to the death. You have made great progress in just the first battle. Thank you, Teacher Orochimaru." Teacher Orochimaru, that Kuroiwa Tatsuji should be one of the weaker ones among the elite jonin, right? You asked. Orochimaru nodded and said, "That's right. The main reason is that Yugikure village has no foundation. He is completely incomparable to elite jonin like me and Jiraiya. When we reach our level, the gap between us is not that big. What makes us different is the powerful 3 ninjutsu, secret technique, blood limit and other abilities. The ninjutsu that Kuroiwa knows are just some of the more common techniques in the ninja world, which are easy to deal with, so you can fight him evenly." Chiyu sighed, "I see, but Kuroiwa Tatsuji is worthy of being an elite jonin. He has enough combat experience. I am confident that my Fire Thunder God can kill even a jonin, but I didn't expect him to think of that way to dodge." Orochimaru warned, "Chiyu, you have to remember that in the ninja world, no one is simple, so you must treat every battle with caution." "Yes, I remember Teacher Orochimaru."